Hello and welcome back to Outside the Box number 53, right? We're still rocking and rolling with some pretty old packages from last year. Today we've got a special one that I've been dying to open up for a while now. Where do we start? Obviously don't want to cut into the actual package. Oh, we've got styrofoam all around here. Okay, let's go over here. Ah. Ow, Jesus. I hate styrofoam that just starts to explode on you. Okay, I need to be careful here. Oh man. Oh no. Ah. Ugh. No. All right, what if I just rip it open right on top of the trash can here? Ah. Okay. Okay. Yes. Yes. Here we have our good friend Wheeljack from the Bumblebee movie. Model kit from Trumpeter. Yet another Trumpeter model kit. Ah! You know, the packaging is exquisite. I can't complain about it. I just don't like having styrofoam bits on everything. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna very carefully toss that out. Just gotta be careful with it, right? But you know what? Because of that, oh wait, no. I thought the box was immaculate. No, sadly we have just a little bit of a ding here on this corner. It's okay. I don't think I've been saving these boxes, or have I thrown any away? I don't remember. These boxes are nice though. Look at that. Just beautiful artwork here on the box. I don't know if that's a photo. No, I'm pretty sure that's a render, or it might be a very well painted kit itself. There's a lot of detailing going on here. Man, that looks really good. Now, you may already know that I did go ahead and do a custom repaint of the Studio Series version of Wheeljack from the Bumblebee movie, and it was a great figure to repaint. Love the way it turned out. Surprised how good of a transformation we got on him too. We'll definitely do a comparison to him. Some of the same artwork that we get here on the side. We've already gotten quite a few of these. Still missing quite a few though. Actually, which ones are we missing? I don't think we've gotten Ironhide or Ratchet yet, right? Did we get Brawn though? I don't quite remember. I think we're still a bit of a ways from completing it. And on the other side here, some nice posing shots of the figure. And here it is compared to the RC model kit, which we did get a while back. Some awesome stuff. Yeah, obviously we know that it comes with a display stand, which is awesome. Let's get this opened up. Woo! Yep. Bunch of parts. The cool thing about these kits, of course, you're not required to repaint them. They do come fully colored out of the box, especially for somebody like Wheeljack that has some intricate coloring for the greens and the reds on his body. It's good to know that he already has those proper colors on the kit itself. I think this is like some back piece of the chest, I'm guessing. We do have the front sections of the shins right in here. It looks very familiar to me. And a lot of white pieces that I'm not even sure exactly where they're gonna go yet. Here we have, ooh, that's gotta be for the chest, right? I mean, it's got the Autobot symbol right there in the front. Now I do remember, I'm pretty sure Wheeljack has like a white Autobot symbol in the movie, which is why I had to hunt down a white dry rub decal for our custom. The fact that it has a red one here, I mean, I guess it's fine. And yeah, it is of course the Bayverse version, which I think that is what they had in the movie, but I ended up putting just regular G1 decals on mine. But at the very least, it's very well applied. It looks nice on there. And I like how it's red. It helps it to pop. We'll have to see how it looks all completed. Oh, on the other side, we get the face. Oh, that looks really nice too. Check that out. I don't know if it's coming up well on camera there. One of the things that I didn't quite like about Wheeljack's design, quite a few of them actually on the Bumblebee movie, their eyes are just like little round beady eyes on their faces. It looks kind of weird. And so I remember on mine, I ended up painting blue the surrounding sections around the eyes just to kind of make them look a little bit more normal. Here, they've actually modeled it that way and it looks that much better for it. Oh, that's really good. And we've got his antenna here. They're not completely silver. That's surprising. I don't know if they had some white sections in the movie. They may have, and I just missed it. And I'm guessing some parts for the legs here as well. good stuff there. Here we have a bunch of like pretty dark pieces, dark gray, regular gray, and some clear blue sections, all on the same sprue here. Good stuff there. It looks like this is gonna be for the window part of the chest. That's the shape that it's looking like, which I think I would have preferred something like a smoky color, how I did mine, of course, but we do get some clear pieces for the little bits on the sides of his helmet. So that's awesome there. That's cool. I like that. And then just some more gray and off black and silver pieces for main portions of the body there as well. Okay, for some reason this instruction manual just seems a bit more substantial, a little bit bigger than what we've gotten before. I think, I'm not entirely sure, but we get all the steps here needed to complete this beautiful kit. Does it seem like it's a little bit more complex than others perhaps? Not too sure. Yeah, on the back here we do get a nice color guide provided for us. If you do want to give them a full repaint, which I of course do plan to eventually. I don't know if I'll be using a Mr. color. I don't typically have those paints, but it's a guide nonetheless. Good stuff. But of course, we're not going to stop here. I have to see them completed and in one piece. So join me here on the table, will you? And let's get them built. Okay. Hey, that was a fantastic little build. I enjoyed that a lot. There's usually some spots on these Trumpeter kits that are just a little bit tricky. You all will remember on the first one for Bumblebee, I accidentally broke one of his ball joints for his feet because it was at a weird angle. You don't really get any of that here now though. Some pieces are still pretty intricate, but the instructions are perfectly clear in how things go together, and the process was overall pretty smooth. And in the end, you get this little dude. Oh man, what a fantastic rendition of Bumblebee movie Wheeljack. This guy looks freaking awesome. And of course, because it's not an actual Transformer, what we get, you have to kind of assume that it's a little bit more accurate to the movie than like the actual transforming figure, the Studio Series Bumblebee movie Wheeljack version that we got, which is still a great figure. We're going to compare it in a bit, but it's just like a clean bond all around, which is why I usually like to look at what the backs of these figures look like. I don't know if we actually saw the backs of the designs for the bots from the Bumblebee movie. I don't remember really seeing them, but that is a very nice looking back. I like the design here with the reds. It almost looks like there's two lightsabers about to pop out of there. It's nice. Also, I'm a little surprised how the wings are still attached to the back of the shoulders, just like they are on the Studio Series Wheeljack version. On Studio Series Wheeljack, I thought it was due to the transformation, but now that I'm looking at it from this guy, I'm wondering, is it actually attached onto the shoulders for the 3D model of Wheeljack himself? Looks like it might be. And it's not like there's a problem with that, just that if you're gonna have certain poses, if you're gonna be moving around like the shoulders, then you'll have to readjust the wing accordingly afterwards, right? That's the only thing you have to really watch out for. But yeah, it kind of surprised me. Also, even though some parts are painted, like we have, I think, some red paint there on the chest, the majority of the pieces, like on the shins here, that's not paint, that's actual colored plastic that's molded into the white to give us that colored pattern that Wheeljack has, and that's very impressive. I'm actually a little bit surprised by that. It required a bit more of an intricate runner design to have all of the colors molded in there. I don't know if it maybe would have been easier to just paint that design on there, but you know, I'm glad with what we got. Of course, I would do an eventual repaint of this guy as we did with Bumblebee, and so all that would kind of go away sadly, but it would probably leave a slight impression as to where the green goes, where the red goes and whatnot. Yeah, it's surprising though. Also, speaking about the back again, I didn't realize, like on the back of the legs, he has, I'm guessing what are like the exhaust pipes from vehicle mode, just sticking out the back. That looks freaking badass. I like that. And there's articulation on that piece too, I guess kind of to facilitate the movement of the legs or something. I don't know, it just looks really cool. We definitely didn't get that on the Studio Series version. The weapon is very familiar. It looks like it's pretty much the exact same design as Wheeljack. Of course, we had an extra modification where I then added the weapon onto the shoulder instead, just to give it a more G1 look. But he definitely didn't have that in the movie, and so here it's a regular weapon. That's totally fine, totally fine. That head sculpt though is just so fantastic. I don't mean to open up any old wounds, but it's such a tragedy what we ended up getting for Rise of the Beast, man. This design was just perfection right here. And the fact that we got the side bits in the clear blue plastic is absolutely perfect. Now because of that though, they ended up having to use that same clear blue plastic for then the vehicle windshield that's on his chest. So it's not the typical smoky color. Now it's a blue instead, but you know what? I actually do like the color that it then adds to the chest. So I'm not mad at that at all. That's a good look overall. It's a little bit weird though how around the Autobot symbol, it does have the white plastic, whereas I think it was just an entirely green bit there in the center of the chest with what I think was a white Autobot logo on the chest. That's how we ended up doing our Studio Series Wheeljack. But on this dude, it just kind of breaks up the green and it adds the red Autobot logo on top of it. I don't know if it's a better look, to be honest. Again, in the eventual repaint, I may just do green on the whole thing and still add a white symbol on there on top. I mean, I would definitely get rid of the Bayverse Autobot symbol. I don't really care for that, but it's an interesting choice that we have here. Of course, we do know that I think for a lot of these, they were a long time coming, and there were certain aspects of the designs that I think were maybe based off of some initial designs before they were actually finalized. We see that very much in the Trumpeter Soundwave model kit. The head design on that dude is quite a bit different than what we get in the movie. And so it looks like maybe some things may have changed along the way too. But this doesn't look bad at all though. Doesn't look bad at all. Now, I do have our Bumblebee here. Let's bring him out, do a proper comparison. And right away, what I do see that I do like is that Wheeljack is a little bit taller than Bumblebee, as he should be. One of the things that surprised me when I was watching the behind the scenes and the making of documentary for the Bumblebee movie is how the designers used basically the skeletal structure of certain characters like Bumblebee to then create other bots. You can definitely tell, just based on the proportions, how Wheeljack came from the design of Bumblebee and just has like different plating on top. The length of the arms definitely matches the stockiness of the body. And I think that's really cool. I'm assuming they did that to maybe speed up the process of designing certain bots. You can also see that with the design of Soundwave and Shockwave, those coming from, I guess, the skeletal body of Optimus Prime. There's some elements on them that are very, very similar to Optimus Prime. But still, we got some fantastic designs because of that though. And even though I think the height is not 100% as to what they would be in the movie, I think Bumblebee might still be just a tad bit smaller. This is fine for these little model kits. We did build Optimus Prime a while ago, and Optimus Prime is quite a bit taller than Bumblebee. I don't know if he's taller than Wheeljack though. He's away in storage right now, but we'll find out on the eventual repaint for these guys. Still, I'm glad with just a little bit of size differentiation that we do get. This is awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. Now, we have to do, of course, one more comparison here, and that is with our Studio Series Bumblebee movie Wheeljack that we customized a while ago. Haven't touched this guy since I painted it, I think. But he's been well protected behind a display case, so he still looks pretty damn good. And yeah, it is interesting to see how things change for the transformable figure compared to like a little model kit. And you know, the Trumpeter kits are quite a bit smaller than mainline figures, so they're not going to match up there. But man, look at these two together. They just look fantastic. It really makes me marvel at how they had to come up with an ingenious transformation to get such a slick looking vehicle for Wheeljack and a bot mode that is still very true to what we see in the movie. That is just phenomenal work. Phenomenal work. But of course, if we see them then from the back, that's where you see a couple more changes, right? As Transformers tend to have certain bits of kibble on the back. And you know, Wheeljack, the Studio Series version, has a pretty clean bot mode, but just the design aesthetic itself, there's a lot of stuff from the vehicle mode that hangs onto the back itself. Not a bad thing though, but it's just interesting to look at. Yeah, and still, I don't know if it's gonna come up that well on camera, but you can see what I was talking about when mentioning the eyes of Wheeljack. They have a small roundedness of the actual eye itself, but I ended up painting the surrounding section that same chromey blue just to kind of bring out the eyes, make them a little bit more normal looking. And on this dude, for the Trumpeter Wheeljack kit, thankfully, they just took it to the next level. There are no round, tiny, beady eyes molded into this guy. It's just regular G1 eyes that we get on the dude. And even though they're simpler because of that, I think the figure excels. I 100% prefer that myself. Such a great look, man. Man, what a fantastic addition to the Trumpeter kit line. I know it's not complete though. I think we're still missing maybe quite a few Decepticons. I did mention Ironhide and Ratchet. I don't think we have those yet, but hopefully they're still coming. The designs are that good that I still want to get them. So many years after the movie came out, that was a landmark in design for me. And I don't mind revisiting that look for these bots. Good stuff, good stuff. Hey, thank you so much for watching. Always appreciate you. Hope you had fun watching this as much as I had building it. And of course, if you'd like to support the channel, well, you've already done so just by lending me your eyeballs. If you'd like to go above and beyond that though, you can always like and subscribe, leave a nice comment, and become a channel member for some fantastic emotes. You can also hit up the merch store for some great stuff there. And of course, check out my Patreon over at patreon.com/hobbieswithjose and take a look at the different tiers available. Plenty of behind the scenes photos and videos of my latest projects and unboxings. And of course, you could even have some say into what I work on next. But until I see you on the next unboxing, don't forget, keep on customizing and have fun doing it. See you soon, everyone. Take care.